Hello, data scientists, scholar practitioner leaders, SPL. Welcome to our final lecture for this week 6, lecture 4 for our statistics for data science, MSDS 531, A01 for our fall 2025 first buy term. Okay, guys, so just in case you didn't know, but I'm pretty sure you guys already do because I think I already previously mentioned that we do have three. I did mention it. We do have three assignments, and these are great assignments, guys. First of all, we have another quiz, so I know you guys are going to appreciate that. You guys should now be my SPLs, data scientists, should be subject matter experts in knowing how to attack and handle our quizzes because each week or every other week we have quizzes. So this is now the 6th week. I believe this is it's our third set of quizzes. So I try to do it every 2 weeks. Okay. So you guys should do very well on the quizzes. And then we have two other respective assignments that I'm sure you're going to do very well based on your track work record. And that's what I always predicate everything on. You know, your history, the data shows me if you're going to do well. And based on our data, you guys has been knocking things out the box in this course thus far. Okay, so do not, as I always say, do not take your feet off the pedal because that's when things can go the wrong way, and we do not want that to occur. So let's go over the quiz first, and then I'll talk about the other two assignments. The quiz is quiz number 5, okay? And this quiz that you guys are going to like is all about this week, what we're talking about. So the K-nearest model, I told you about that. Make sure you understand that. And the trees, the decision trees. You remember we talked about that previously, okay? So you guys should be good to go on this quiz. I don't see anywhere that you guys will have a bottleneck, okay? So it shouldn't be any ambiguity, any uncertainty. Just take your time, guys. Make sure you understand everything that I talked about in regard to making sure that you had to read, okay? Make sure you understand that K-nearest neighbors model, as I just previously spoke on, and the tree models, okay? It's all in chapter 6 under that statistical machine learning, okay? And then also in the statistics within our embedded link, go to that section 9.5 about machine learning models, okay? That way you're going to be very successful on the quiz, okay? So take your time, okay? Do a good job. We know now that the quiz has a pool of 20 questions that I'm presenting. Half of them will be true or false. The other half, the other 10, will be multiple choice, okay? And they each are worth 1.75 points each, okay? So, that being the case, we know also that quiz, based on the history and the data, is always worth 35 points. So, take your time. The quiz is all about this week. So, you got to get everything up front taken care of first, meaning read the chapter, listen to this lecture that I'm speaking on now, take good notes from my lecture, as always, then take good notes from the chapter, okay? And you'll be good to go for each of the chapters that I've previously outlined for you in the book, the classification section, and also the K-nearest neighbors model section, along with the making sure that you understand those model trees, okay? Take your time, guys. Do a good job on the quiz, and you will be successful. Okay. Now, so that's the first assignment. Then we have and we know that the quiz is worth 35 points. Okay. Then we have the second assignment. Okay, that I want you to make sure that you do a wonderful job because I want you to get all the points, guys. Okay. And that second assignment is the K nearest neighbors models in regard to with respect to the drills with an R. Okay, so we're doing K nearest neighbors models. We're using the R tool, drills with an R, just like we did last week. So in this time, we're looking at the problem related to the nearest neighbors classifiers described in section 9.5. So you're already reading 9.5. Guess what? We have a section we're doing an assignment on section 9.5. Remember that section 9.5 is in the embedded leak, link, leak, leak, the link inside of our, I got sinuses, guys, inside of our this week's content. So go to that link for the Modern Statistics with an R link. Click on the link and make sure you read that section again for the third time I have mentioned. So you know it's really heightened if I'm mentioning it 3 times to you. Do take good notes from that section 9.5 because as you see now, the drills with an R on the KNN, K nearest neighbors model, is all about making sure that you understand what that's all about because this assignment ties in with section 9.5, okay? And it tells you here in the directions, okay? So you're going to go over the directions, follow them step by step, making sure that you understand how to solve the problem. You would need to load the data and libraries with the data that I'm giving you there. So everything's there for you from the Modern Statistics with the R book. Okay, so you got to fit the KNN classification model to the wine data. It's all about alcohol, and no pun intended, guys. So this is just a assignment. Okay, so you can see how statistics works, guys. You can base it on data. You can wine, liquors, various types of alcohol, you name it. So it's always indicative, guys. I want you to really do a phenomenal job. Take your time. Even wines, we can do, as you can see, some type of statistical analysis on that. So one thing about statistics, guys, if it has some type of correlation in regard to an output far as a statistical analysis, statistics can always analyze it, including, as you can see now, wine data. So I want you to enjoy this assignment. You will have fun. Remember, on this assignment, you're going to have to evaluate its performance using the tenfold cross validation, using the AUC to choose the best for K. Okay, so take your time and solve the problem that I'm presenting. Okay, now for submission, I'm looking for 4 things that you're gonna have to submit to me for this assignment. Okay, this is a really, really solid assignment. The drills with an R for K nearest neighbors model. I'm number 1. You're gonna have to provide the commands in plain text that you use to solve the problem. I need to see that, guys. Number 2, you're going to attach the figure that resulted after command : plot S $rock, ROC. Okay, so I'm going to need that figure that results after that command. I need to see that, guys. Also, I'm going to need the output after executed command of the plot $OP Tress in brackets and parentheses 1 and then in brackets 13. So I'm gonna need that, guys, that output after the executed command, what I just mentioned to you. And then last but not least, this is the 4th item that you're gonna have to submit to me as an output for this drills with an R on K's K nearest neighbors model. You're going to have to attach the figure that resulted after the command plot $CC. Okay, this is worth 80 points. This is why I didn't want to do a group. Okay, this is more or less, it could have been a group assignment, but I want you individually to show me that you can plot and give me my 4 outputs that I'm looking for. Okay, so take your time with this drills with an R on K nearest neighbors model. Okay, this second assignment is worth 80 points. So right now we're looking at a total of 80 plus the 35 points from the quiz. So that's a total right now of exactly 115 points. Okay, so that's huge, guys. So take your time with that. And then last but not least, we have a project, okay, that's all about the similarities between data objects and the overall how you guys comprehend it. Okay, So project 3, this is our third project, guys. This is the similarities between data objects. Okay, so I need for you to really buckle down. And this is really straightforward, guys. Um, and this is worth 70 points. Okay, so we got a total of 80 points, and then we have 70 points, and then we have those 35 points, right? So, like I said, 115 plus this 70 points. So we're looking at a total of 185 points for this week. So this is a huge week, guys. And again, everything carries over from week to week. You should be well prepared for this week, and I know that you are. You guys are now ready for the next level. And this week right here truly really gets you ready for the next level. Just all about articulating everything concisely. And all you have to do is just follow the directions, okay? So you follow directions, you'll be good to go. You're well prepared based on the previous 5 weeks. So I have literally staged it now. So going into this new material, you're going to be good to go. And if you have any issues or questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But I really don't see that happening because only thing we're doing is introducing a couple of items, but the book breaks it down very granular and it's granularly for you. And if you add it to what you already know, you're going to be very successful. It's really straightforward, guys. And you know, one thing that Dr. Mark, myself, that I don't do, I don't try to get you hung up. I make sure that I'm laying everything for you, literally laying everything for you step by step. So at the end of this course, you're going to be the best statistical data uh, scientist there is out here, and you're going to be ready to go. And like I said, many of you guys are already working in your respective environments, so you know that like everything that I'm talking about literally aligns to how it can help you at the workplace. And even if you're not working from a practitioner standpoint, point here at our online course from the brick and mortar school or University of Cumberland's, this is still getting you concise information that you need that's really going to trigger. So when you're actually working at someone's place of employment, you're going to be like, hey, I've already practiced this before. That's the practitioner piece. You'll be good to go as well. Okay. So don't be envious of people who's already working in their respective places. Just maybe, like I said, learn from them, some of their experiences from the peer posts. And then that's why we do our peer responses to those weekly discussions. So you can see how they look at things from their standpoint, especially working in the environments that they're working in. A lot of times our students learn from that. And that's what it's all about. That's why I say I look forward to your engagement on those peer responses, right? It really does pay huge dividends for those who are not actually out in the workplace, and even those who are working out in the workplace in the work world. Right? Sometimes it's good to leverage from each other, and you guys have done a tremendous job in doing that. Okay, so in this project right here, guys, the similarities, excuse me, between data objects. It's all about how to measure similarities between data objects. Okay, now when you measure those similarities between data objects, the topics are described as mostly in Chapter 6, Statistical Machine Learning from Practical Statistics for Data Science, covering the following items. There's a total of 4 areas I want you to look at. Number one, you're going to have to find some data example and show examples of calculating. I'm looking for that Euclidean distance and then L1 distance. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I'm looking for that Euclidean distance and the L1 distance in part one. Part two, you're going to have to prove or disprove the Euclidean and L1 distance satisfy. A, positively, with that overall greater than the X and Y value there that I'm giving to you, that point D over X and Y, and then D with the X and Y coordinate is equal to 0 if X is equal to Y. So you need to look at that on part 2 for positivity. Same thing with symmetrically, okay? Making sure that you understand symmetrically and you will be good to go. And with that also being said, make sure see triangle inequality and then explain why is it not possible or why it is possible. Then you draw your conclusions and you'll be good to go for this assignment. So do great job here on this final assignment, guys. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Bye bye.